Hi, it's Kerry Valentine again here at BBL473 Project Leadership at the Baker University School of Professional and Graduate Studies. Right now we're working on video 2, which has to do with discussion forums. So if you're at the home page where you have the book there at the very top, and my guess is you are, or you probably wouldn't be watching this video, then you know you're at the right place. And so once you're at the right place, scroll on down here to week 1's forum. Forum 1, it's called Traditional Teams versus Project Teams. Click on that, and you're going to get a forum introduction here that references something from the first chapter or the first week's reading. And it's going to ask you some questions. It's going to ask you to express your views on things. One thing I want to tell you about my forums is sometimes I realize there's certain terms that are being used in the book or being used by myself, of somebody that does spend a lot of time doing project management or is familiar with the topic. I realize that sometimes we tend to use jargon or definitions or terms that you may not use on a regular basis. And so you'll notice that periodically when you scroll over some of the text on the forum introduction, you're going to see a highlight. What that means is that if you click on that term, macro in this case, you're going to get a wiki really quick that's going to give you some sort of a quick definition so that you have some sort of a quick reference to tell you what I'm talking about when I ask a specific question. So anyway, that's what that is for. So if you see those, that's because I'm afraid it may not be something you're familiar or something that you don't necessarily use every day. I want to make it easy for you to read and understand the content in this class. So once you've read the forum introduction, then go ahead and add your discussion topic. Make sure you use the subject line, very important. Make sure you use that. As you said, it says required, but you'll be surprised how many students for some reason don't really get the idea of the subject line. So please, entitle your post appropriately so we all know what to make it journalistic. Make it some sort of a title that catches us, catches our interest. Just anything that makes you more interesting on an online forum. We don't get to see you. We don't get to have that face to face with you like we would if we were in a traditional classroom. But we'd like to know you as well as we would if we were in a online live setting. So remember that. In your post, make sure, of course, to answer the questions that you've been asked to respond to. Do that, but do it in what's called a discussion type format. In other words, give me a paragraph talking the way you would normally talk, of course with good grammar and everything, but make it your views, make it your opinions, and back those opinions up when you can with citations from the book or citations from other types of scholarly material, books or research papers or things like that, in order that we may be able to understand better, and it'll add more credibility to your point or your opinions or your views if you're able to cite that material per MLA format. And by the way, it'll also help your grade. If you notice in the discussion forum rubric that I referenced in the first video, you're going to get a better grade every time you cite stuff for MLA at the very bottom of the forum post that you put up there. So anyway, that's the discussion forums. I'm going to bounce back here to the home page. Where's that book at? There it is. So we know we're at the right page. And of course, these other forums I talked about earlier, they're not really graded forums, the news forum and the class introduction forum. But you follow a similar set of circumstances if you're gonna go ahead and post to a forum. But on these graded forums, it's real important to again use that citation and to try to do it, if at all possible, not on Sunday night, about 11:05. You're going to help yourself. You're going to help all the other students if you try to post early in the week whenever possible. You have two different responsibilities on the forums. You have to not only post your initial post, but you also get graded on responding to at least 3 of your fellow classmates in this class. So it's really important that you show evidence that you get that done well before the due date. And then you'll be there in A territory if that's what you desire. Now, in the next video here, that's video 3, I'm going to talk about the 2 term assignments, which include the case study assessment and the field research paper, or the summative assessment that we're going to be doing for this class. So stay tuned.